Hi, elementary teachers. I'm Katie Collins. I'm an ITS at Newton North, but I used to be a third grade and fourth grade teacher at Burr. And I'm here with
Liz Donovan. I am the library teacher at Ainger and also Lincoln Elliott. And I was a second grade teacher at Underwood for a while before I moved to library.
and we're here today to talk to you a little bit about digital citizenship. So I'm going to run you through some of the documents that the elementary ITSs have created for you to use in your classroom. I'm going to show you where they live, and then I'm going to walk you through kind of what the documents look like, the resources they've given you for additional lessons on Seesaw. And then Liz is going to talk to you a little bit about what the library teachers do in library around the acceptable use guidelines. So at the bottom of this YouTube video, you can follow the chapters and jump from whatever chapter pertains to you. So if you're second grade, you might just only want to watch the second grade part, or if you're third grade or fifth, you can run to that section as well. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you is how you're going to navigate to find the resources for digital citizenship. So I covered this in last week's webinar as well, but I want to show you another way that you can get to these technology resources. The first thing you want to do is select the Staff tab from the Newton Public School website or your school website. Then you're going to want to scroll down, and on the left-hand side, click the link for the NPS K-5 curriculum login. This will ask you to log into your account. So you're going to want to use your Newton Public School account and password. Select sign in. And then you can click on this image to enter the curriculum materials website. From here, you can select your grade. Now, digital citizenship, again, is only for second through fifth grade. So for second grade, this will open up another page. I can scroll down to the document I showed you last time about tech lessons for the first weeks of school. And then to find the digital citizenship lessons for second grade, I want to scroll down. And under the acceptable use guidelines lesson, there is a piece about digital citizenship lessons for grade 2. So there are two pieces here that we're going to explore. For 3 through 5, I'm going to go back to your curriculum resource page, scroll down, open the tech lessons, and then from here, I'm going to scroll down to find the lesson for digital citizenship social networking and open that document as well. So the first digital citizenship lesson for grade 2 is titled My Online Neighborhood. What's nice about this lesson is the elementary ITSs took it from a website called Common Sense Media, which is linked at the bottom. It is a lot of great resources for social media, networking type lessons and cyber safety to use with students, even for parents to use at home. So they've adapted it to make it a little bit easier to digest. If you scroll down, you'll see the materials that you're going to need and the links to them. But what's nice about this lesson, again, is that it connects students' understanding of what it's like to be outside in a new place, how to be safe in that new place. It's a few prompting questions, so it allows them to connect prior knowledge to also about going online and going online by yourself and connecting into a wider community. So it starts off with some discussions. It asks a few questions, a video for you to watch, and then some additional questions to ask at the end. They've also linked an additional Seesaw activity that's been posted that you can use with your students. It's a great way to integrate Seesaw into your classroom. The instructions are here for students to use. You can save the activity to your Seesaw account and then add it to your classroom, and then use this once you finish that first lesson. The second digital citizenship lesson for grade 2 is all about how to be safe online. So when you scroll down, you'll notice they have the materials listed out again. The elementary ITSs are asking you to review the what, the why, the hows for the lesson. So why are we doing this? Why is it important? So this lesson really focuses more on understanding and going through the acceptable use guidelines. So they've linked the presentation here, which includes a video for you to watch with your students. And then finally at the end, they can use an exit ticket, or you can complete the Be Safe Online Seesaw activity. Just another activity that the instructional technology specialists have created for you, a way for you to introduce or incorporate Seesaw into your classroom, in which students can follow these instructions, watch the video, and then follow the activities listed below. This is the document that shows the social networking lessons for grades 3 through 5. These lessons are broken out below in this table. You'll notice each grade has two, for the exception of grade 5, which has one lesson. The lessons run about 30, maybe 40 minutes in length. They were created using the social emotional learning benchmarks designed to help us teach students online and social networking skills. So, just to show you an example of what one of these looks like, you'll notice that the elementary ITSs have broken this out into objectives, the understandings, materials that you're going to need, and then your procedure. So, any discussion questions that you might want to use, an activity for your students to have, and a closing. Before you do any of these activities, it's important that you introduce the acceptable use guidelines with your students. This is also something that the library teachers reinforce when your students go to library every week. So it's really just a nice connection of conversations you're having, not only in your classroom, but in other parts of the school as well. So now that I've showed you a little bit about the different lessons for grades 2 through 5, we have Liz here to talk to us about what library teachers are doing in the library.
Thanks, Katie. So a large part of the library teacher's job is to be supporting what's happening in the classroom as well. So the library teachers reinforce and support the digital citizenship lessons on the acceptable use guidelines, or AUG, that are taught in the classroom. But we also do our own lessons on the AUG that connect to learning experiences using technology in the library. So students at the elementary level are learning how to access information from resources in a variety of formats, such as digital material for research projects, as well as learning how to evaluate resources for credibility. So we do this through our library resources provided for us on our web pages that are like Britannica and Pebble Go and BrainPop. And then as they move out of elementary, they move into high school and middle school, and the students are building on these research skills as they start to navigate the internet more independently. So again, we're really kind of supporting and reinforcing what's taught in the classroom, but also showing them the library sciences side of how to be a good digital citizen as they are navigating search.
Great. And I love that you called out BrainPop, because BrainPop has a ton of resources right now because it's Digital Citizenship Week. So if you go to the BrainPop site and log in using your school's login, they have a ton of information about cyberbullying. They have information about media literacy, which is a lot of what library talks about too, online safety and social media. And we know how much these kids love BrainPop. So even throwing some of these videos on like during snack, right, is a great time to kind of use some of this other information. So it's connecting in different parts of what you're doing in the classroom.
The kids find that the material is really accessible and entertaining, because somehow Moby always messes up. He needs to have a little
I miss
learning.
Moby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Liz, for joining us and telling us a little bit about what library teachers are doing to support digital citizenship in the AUG in the classroom.
No problem. If teachers ever have questions that they want to follow up with, let them know. More than welcome to come see their library teacher. And if it's something that kind of drifts out of our domain, we can always connect them with their ITS.
Of course. Yeah. Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Katie.
Bye.
Bye.